Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another Monster Tunes video. So today I will be reviewing your accounts and this is going to be episode 12. So I will go ahead and review some of your accounts. If you would like your account to be featured in a future episode, make sure to comment down below your team name and also your profile. And if you need to add any comments with that, go ahead and do so. So today we're going to go ahead and check out some of your accounts and I'm going to go ahead and give feedback. So I hope you guys are excited for today's video. If you are, make sure to drop a like, subscribe. Anyways, let's go and get started. Alright guys, so first player we got here is Nun104 from Frog Buddies. So this player is named Ricardo and left a comment. I love this series. It helped me manage how to fix my islands after a while. I would like to participate in the series. I started playing during Corrupted era. That's a long time ago, okay? But had a lot of mistakes like rushing adventure maps, not having the islands organized, or skipping many good monsters. So I left the game and came back some days after Galactic Era. I started fixing everything and getting some good and useful monsters to help me progress. Free-to-play player. Okay, so we got a free-to-play player here that kind of returned around, well, Corrupted Era he was playing and then kind of quit and came back around Galactic Era is what I assume. So let's see what we got here. So for 97, 25k monster power, let's see your attack team. So you're using a pretty good attack team, I would say, but what I would suggest, your defense team is lacking a little bit. You will have to switch out Alchemist. Now here's the thing, I actually saw some of your comments in the previous video telling me, oh, some players, you know, this is the only denier they have, it's the only thing they could use. If it's the only denier you got and there's not somebody else that's better than this monster, then you can continue doing so. You're welcome to use him, you know what I mean? He's actually not a bad denier. He's pretty good for starter players. But let's say if you have better deniers out there, or let's say supporters or something, then obviously go ahead and, you know, swap it out. Instead of Alchemistic, use someone better. You know what I mean? It's always good to switch up monsters here and there, you know what I mean, and find the perfect one. So that's all I was trying to say. I wasn't trying to like offend anybody using this monster or anyone else that I'm going to mention obviously in future episodes or this one. So just wanted to clear that something up. We got this tank here. Okay, so you got the tank, you got your Pierce Attacker, and obviously Alchemistic. I want to see if you have any better monsters to actually switch up Alchemistic with. So let's take a look at this. First of all, I would probably level this monster up, get it to 130. If you could get this monster to 130 and get damage protection, I would actually swap out Turtle and replace it with this one. I really like Turtle over this one because of the damage protection. Status Caster. You do have this attacker, I see. So the ones you should actually focus on right now, ranking up or investing in, would be Turtle Myrtle, maybe a Zajan, but Turtle Myrtle first, and then none of these guys. Nope. Dragbite's actually pretty solid, so invest in Dragbite and Voltake here. Both of them are very good. And then, oh man, look, see, this is what I'm talking about. K911, you have K911. Start working on him. He's amazing. 110 Empress Luthien, I would probably use that too. I would invest in both of these guys. Chronobite, maybe, I would say, but work on these guys first. Voltake and Dragbite too. But first, this is one of the first monsters you should actually focus on. So it'd be K911 and then Voltake on top of that. And then maybe either Dragbite or Empress. Okay, so what I would suggest you doing is get this monster to at least 120, and when you get it to around 120, swap that out with Alchemistic. Swap it out with Alchemistic and pair it up with the monster Cupid you have here. And if you can, swap out Zajan with Turtle Myrtle if you could get it to 130. Your attack team looks good, but yeah, you know what, it's actually not that bad. You're winning most of your attacks, so it's looking good. But I would say maybe like pair up a damage booster instead with Serpentix, but Ural works fine too. But the thing is, you don't want, yeah, this super tanky, you don't want this like this. Give it at least 1 life and 2 team speed. And this, go with like 2 speed and 1 team speed, or 2 team speed, 1 speed, or even like a throw on a team life there if you want to make it even tankier. Just make sure that Ural's speed is as close as possible to Serpentix, so when you NER, he takes into turn right after and attacks instead of him having tortures and stuff to deal with. So something to keep in mind. Let's take a look at what we got here in his island. So Ricardo, let's see what you got. You're using, okay, so you basically split your main island. Can't even talk now. Split it into 3 elements, I see: dark, nature, and metal. That's not bad. Some players tend to do 4. I've seen 4 before. I actually made a video on that. But yeah, 2, 3, or even 4, that should be max. Don't do 5 or anything like that. I wouldn't really recommend, not for your main island. It is big enough, but later on you will have to obviously expand it. So this is actually not looking bad. You have all your dark monsters in one place, metal, nature. So I see what you meant by taking care of your islands and stuff like that, organizing here and there. But here's the thing. One thing you're still missing is moving all your food farms together in one island. What I would highly recommend doing is either having it in this island or have it in this island. I'd probably suggest this one because I see that you already have all your mythics here. You know, you got your thunder boost and everything, so that's your thunder island. And this one's just legendary monsters, you know what I mean? So if you have any other places to like move these legendary habitats, probably like right here if you purchase this, you can move them all in here instead of getting rid of them, putting them in vault or selling them or anything like that. I wouldn't recommend selling, no. Moving them to vault and stuff like that, just move them right here if you can. If you have the gold, do it, and move all your food farms in this island right here. Also, I feel like what you should do is get rid of these decorations and stuff like that. It's waste of space unless, let's say, you can actually fit in all your food farms in here. Even with the decorations, then you can keep it. It doesn't really matter as long as you can actually fit all the food farms. But if you can't, you will have to obviously get rid of some of those. But anyways, so that's the only thing you should actually kind of like improve, take care of. This is actually a pretty good spot to have your, you know, vault and guardians and everything like that, so that's good. Your water monsters are there, magic I see, and this is just random. Okay, so this is fine, you know what I mean? I know it's just random. You basically have enough space is what I'm trying to say. You got a lot of space, but later on you will have to replace all these with mythic monsters and focus, you know, putting one specific, you know, habitat or element in this area, and you will have to obviously get rid of some of these because this is going to be a waste of space, trust me. You want to fit more habitats there. All your earth monsters are here. You got yourself just some random stuff. So I see that you have extra space, so that's why, you know what I mean, I was like, it's fine if you have, like, for example, these legendary monsters here all just randomly. That's completely fine, because what you want to do is always put your gold boost where monsters make the most gold out of, so that would be your mythic monsters, obviously. But anyways, everything's looking great. I see that you have these two unlocked. Obviously for your level, I wouldn't actually like worry about this, but later on obviously you do want to repair this and getting it to max. But first get this maxed out, get this second maxed out, and then that would be your final. This is level 10. That's awesome. Everything's looking good, I would say. Yeah, just make sure to note some of the things that I mentioned. Take care of those. Alright guys, next player we got here is Man Spider L, or Spider-Man L. So this player is from the Dominators. The comment that this player left was great series and I appreciate the help. I've got quite a few top tier monsters, but I'm not quite sure how to create my team for PvP. I'll go ahead and help you out with that. I'll give you the best team that I think you should actually run. So let's see what you got here. Okay, so 56k monster, level 116. Let's see what you're actually using. Attack team, you're using Elvira, I see, with these other two monsters. Let me see the way you're using Elvira. No, I wouldn't recommend running Elvira as an attacker. Especially, I mean, at 126, if you have Elvira on the side, you don't want to run this one as an attacker. So I would highly recommend making this monster go second, actually. Or first or second, it doesn't really matter. Here's the play. You make Elvira, let's say, go first. You do NER if needed with evasion. I know she also has damage boost and stuff like that. So if you have, like, let's say, shock on this monster or a bunch of tortures, if it just has poison or something, it's completely fine. But if it has shock and stuff like that, that will block or using extra turns and stuff, then in that case, obviously, you do want to do NER with evasion or something. But double damage, and then on top of that, Shadow Yana, you know, clearing the path. Not clearing the path, but you could probably do Light Hater, since you don't really need to really clear the path for Elvira, because Elvira has Pierce. Oh, that's the thing. Your Elvira is actually a level 126, basically rank 1. So you can... You gotta rely on this skill, basically. And that just removes Pierce after a while anyways. I see what's up. Okay. Well, in that case, then you might have to actually open up the path, if you really have to. And then also use the Light Hater NER skill. Or Turn Transfer, that also works out. Because there's a bunch of light monsters on PvP. So, it's actually not a bad team. I would just recommend getting rid of the Strength Rune. You don't need the Strength Rune there, okay? So, you could do Elvira first, Shadow Yana second, and then Elvira third. Or you could do Shadow first, Elvira second, and then Elvira third. Elvira want to be... You gotta have Elvira third all the time. But try to max these monsters out. They are so good if you could actually get it to like rank 5 because you get that area evasion, torture immunity. This monster gets dodge area, which is pretty sweet. And last but not least, obviously, Status or Pierce, which is very important. Your defense team, I see that you have Anticipation, which is actually pretty good. And then you have Fireful with the turn transfer over. And last but not least, Boulderar. Okay, with this. Actually, here's the thing. Maybe I would say swap out Shadow with Fireful from your defense. Put it on your attack, and Shadow Yuna put it on defense. I feel like that would actually be a lot better. You can sometimes do turn transfer with damage boost. I feel like that'll actually help you out a lot more because this monster has access to torture immunity, which is pretty sweet. So it won't really stop you from giving extra turns and stuff. But yeah, let me see what other monsters you have that you can actually use here. So here's the thing. Focus on Turtle Myrtle. After Turtle Myrtle is maxed out, work on Izadrin. These other monsters you can actually kind of ignore. Let me see this one. Okay, never mind. Let's see. None of these other monsters are really that good in my opinion. Maybe this one, but honestly, you got Alfira on your side. I like Alfira more. But yet here in this, what I'm seeing right here, maybe Deep Doom would be a decent attacker if you want to use this one as an attacker. He's like a hybrid monster basically. I don't really like the trait stats a thing, but your defense and attack team, you've got some good monsters that you're using. But if you want, you can actually throw in Turtle Myrtle in there somewhere. So if you want to do Turtle Myrtle instead of Shariana, and then you have yourself Elvira, so it would be Elvira, Turtle Myrtle, and the other monster, you could do something like that. But yeah, definitely max these monsters out. They will help you out so much if you actually max them out, because you get access to those status casters, and those status casters help out so much. Oh, look at this. That's awesome. You got all these 3 here. Okay, not bad. You got all your food farms there. Monster Vault could stay there, because if you don't have any food farms laying around somewhere here, and you have them all in there, then that should be fine. Yeah, you don't got to worry about it. As long as you can fit all your food farms here, you can literally throw in anything in there, except maybe habitats, obviously. But yeah, so your main island, it's light monsters I see with thunder. Okay, light and thunder, not bad. Those 2 elements actually go well together. So that's not bad. I actually like that. I feel like you could actually fit in at least 1 or 2 more habitats if you just like squeeze it a little more here and there. Okay, let's see. You got your metal monsters here. You got some of the magic monsters. All of them are actually magic water. Well, no, this one's just all mixed and random. But I see that you have access to all islands. That's really good for your level, actually. You have access to these 3. Level 10. Nature monsters, not bad. Everything's looking good. Everything's actually looking excellent. It's just later on you're going to have to get rid of these habitats, obviously. The ones that are not mythic. That also includes legendaries. Get rid of those, swap it with mythics. Obviously, when later on you get a lot of mythics and stuff. But here's what I would actually recommend. Okay, here's what I would recommend. Don't get rid of these yet, or especially the legendaries. You can get rid of these if you want, but don't get rid of the legendaries yet until every single one of your mythic habitats are maxed out to level 4. And once they're all maxed out level 4 and they're full of monsters, that's when you can slowly, you know, start replacing these with mythic habitats. All right, guys, the next player we got is a Magus from the Alpha Syndicate. Okay, and the player just said, you better review me, and looking for a perfect defense team and attack team too. Okay, so a lot of you guys are actually looking for defense and attack team. Okay, cool. Level 80, 18k monster power. Let's see what you got. So your attack team is actually looking excellent. I actually really like your attack team. Although here's the thing, right now it looks very good, but later on, replace your Duke with like a, I would say replace it with like a Pierce monster if you could, you know, get your hands on a Pierce monster. Like for example, Serpentix. Serpentix would actually go so well with Canon 11. Here's the thing though, one thing I would suggest, if you can, okay, if you can, here's the thing, test this out. I'm not sure if you have already or not, but here's the thing, test this out. Swap out one of your runes, maybe like level 7 or 8, test that out with like a team speed, okay? So that the speed is really close with Duke. I see that, I noticed that it's a 110, 130. That's why I said test it out first if you can. If you can't, then it's completely fine. Keep it at what you got right now, because I want to see if you could actually keep the speed as close as possible to each other. So you got 14k here, you've got 20k. I feel like you can, if you actually swap out either to 7 or 8 with like a team speed, so that the speeds are really close, but K9 is still taken in the first turn. You got 2 life there. I feel like it'd be better if you have 1 life and 2 team speed, so keep the level 9 and swap out the level 7 with the team speed, so that you're not super slow and the enemy doesn't take advantage of your team. Your defense team's actually looking amazing too. I really like your defense team too. Here you got yourself your peers with the other 2. What I would suggest is make your team slightly more tanky. So I would say 4th laps you can do like 1 team life with like 2 speed or something, or 1 team life, 1 team speed and 1 speed. Just make sure that 4 laps is taken in the turn before Sharp Cupid. And you can even make Sharp Cupid triple strength if you want. You could do triple strength or 2 strength and 1 speed. So play around with that. Turtle Immortal, maybe mess around with like some team lives so that everybody gets life in your team, not just Turtle himself. But yeah, everything is actually looking pretty good for your defense and attack team. I think that's really good, but I want to see if you guys actually got anything better. Voltage Redeem is actually pretty good monster too. If you want, you can actually swap out Cupid with Voltage Redeem and see how that goes. Okay, I feel like that's not that bad. Or if you want, you can actually swap out Duke with Voltage. So you got yourself your Trade Sabler, and then you got yourself Duke, not Duke, the Voltage, the Redeemed, then you still got your tank. If you want to mess around with that, see if that actually works a lot better, give it a try. You got yourself an Ancestral, I'm jealous. Okay. So let's see, Turtle Myrtle, invest in this, invest in your Ancestral if you can. This would be your second option after Turtle Myrtle is maxed out. Everything else not really, except this one. This one's actually good, obviously. This one maybe, sure, if you want. Cold Blood's actually not that bad, so if you want to do that. Another Cold Blood user, so if you want to do that one too, go ahead. And last but not least, obviously Cannon 11. Definitely max this out, because it's one of those monsters that will last you a few eras at least, or many eras. So I mean, he came out what in Galactic Era and he's still usable up to this day. I really enjoy using Cannon 11. I use it like almost everywhere. Anyways, what you got here? You actually split this into 4, I see, as well, just like the other player. Okay, you got yourself Thunder Monsters, Magic, Metal, and last but not least Dark. Not bad. Keeping all your Fleet Farms there, that's fine. Yeah, no, this, you gotta actually take care of this. They can't be all everywhere, you know what I mean? Like, everything's separated. You got yourself Thunder Monster with Dark. I think that is, Nevelslayer is a Dark if I'm not mistaken. And then you got Nature with Earth, Fire. You get the point, right? So, yeah, no. There are some things you can actually improve. These 2 are good. Max them out, by the way, and then work on this. Level 10, that's looking good. Yeah, I feel like this is not enough space for 2 elements, this island specifically. So for now, if it works, keep it like this, but later on, obviously, take care of that. If you want, you can actually copy my island layout. I have like 2 elements here, and then I have, I believe, my light there and here. Oh yeah, I feel like this works better if you have them either here or in the main island somewhere right here. If you purchase a Legends Pass. If you don't, that's fine, because it helps with team race. These 2, obviously, later on you're going to purchase them. It's not ready yet. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Nature monsters mixed with like earth and stuff. Take care of that. Alrighty, next player we got is Zebisuki. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Zebisuki. Okay, I think I got that right. Miracle Whipped. Alright, this player commented, would appreciate an advice on defensive team, as I'm working on one at the moment and still figuring out stuff as going along. Cheers. Okay. The defense team is what this player is actually is looking for. So you got yourself the double dodge area with the Pierce combo. Here's the thing. Swap out Cupid. Okay, swap out Cupid with like a taunt monster. A really good taunt one, I mean. Like a really tanky one. So let's see what you got here, and I'll go ahead and give you one. You got Ancestral. Oh, that's 122. That's awesome. I see that you're actually using it there. Cool. That is actually awesome. Yeah, with this monster here. That is pretty cool. Good job. And there goes the Pierce, massive water damage. That is awesome. Okay, so that's cool. Let's see. So obviously focus on the 3 Ancestrals. That's really nice that you got all 3 of them. I see that you purchased this one at 150. I don't think it was a must-have monster really, but you got it. Good job. Let's see. So you don't gotta worry about these monsters really. I haven't reviewed this one, so I don't want to give my opinion on this one. Just removes controls and tortures and stuff. No, that sucks. Okay, never mind. Yeah, don't worry about these guys. Turtle model is actually pretty good. If you could get this to 130, then use the 130 and have it right here on your defense team. That would work very well. If you have Skycall, for example, I don't think you do because it would actually show up in here. Skycall would be pretty awesome. You know, pairing that up with these two, the double dodge areas. Obviously, having this as your attacker and not supporter, she works a lot better as a attacker in my opinion. But let's see. Not really a huge fan of these two, really. Oh, this is amazing. Lamuna. Oh, you have these 3 monsters. That's awesome. Yeah, these 2 are pretty good too. This is really good. I would. You got Voltic. Your 142 Cupid is fine for now. Okay, your 142 is fine for now. If you can max this out, max it out, and then replace Cupid with like a taunt monster, and vice versa. If let's say you don't like using this monster as an attacker, that's completely fine. Then what you can do is swap it out with like a taunt or just a mega taunt in general. If you have a mega taunt, a really good one, like King Adam, for example. I don't know if you have. Oh, you do have King Adam, but you're using it for attack team, I say. Okay, well, get yourself Skycall if you can. Skycall is amazing. I believe he was out for like 10 bucks like a few days ago. I'm not sure if that offer's still up, but I feel like that was a really good offer for players that were actually missing him because Mythic's going to be meta for a very long time. Okay, so your main island, I feel like your main island could look a lot better. You got all your food farms there. Oh, okay. Mythics here, more mythics. What I would suggest is making your main island full of mythics. Okay, you got a lot of space to work with. Get rid of these temples. You don't want them in there. You can actually place them either in here, you know, spread them out like this, how you have it here, because these little islands, they're only good for keeping, like, let's say monster vault or temples, or like maybe decorations too if you want, or like the most like those worker huts, you know, the little worker huts. Have them in there. But this is looking pretty sweet. Just make your main island, I would say, full of mythics. Get rid of all these guys. Don't sell them. See if you have enough space in monster vault. For your level 89, you should have monster vault. There it is. Try to unlock some space. Oh, you got this island. That's cool. But it's just random. You see how everything's random? You can make a lot more gold if they're all organized. So if you do decide to re-enter for a future episode, I'd like to see your island, you know, everything's organized, you know, all that good stuff. Make sure these 2 are maxed out first, and then obviously take care of that. That's actually awesome. I think you're the first player that I noticed for this video that actually got this unlock for your level. That's good. Yeah, everything is actually looking pretty decent. Just make sure to do those things that I mentioned. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for today's Monster Gens video, account review video. And if you guys did learn something new or enjoyed it, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here, and if you would like to be entered for a future episode, you know, have your account reviewed, have the chance, make sure you go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you enter your profile name and your team name. So for example, for me, it's Monster Gaming, Team Spirit 2015. And if you have any other comments, just enter it and press submit for a chance for your account to be reviewed in a future episode. So thank you all so much for watching today's Monster video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to drop a like, subscribe. Anyways, let's see you guys next one. Peace out.